Our investigation broke the story of an Ohio journalist pulled over by Las Vegas city marshals on the freeway where their jurisdiction has been called into question. That man filed a federal lawsuit claiming he was falsely accused of DUI and wrongfully arrested. We now know exactly what drug the city says was in his system and why his lawyer wants the case moved out of municipal court.
This is police body camera footage from the night of January 9th when Derek Myers was pulled over on the 95 freeway by Las Vegas city marshals. They stopped Myers for alleged traffic violations and ended up arresting him on suspicion of DUI.
I was in jail for 17 hours.
Myers has since sued the city, citing a pattern of misconduct by a rogue law enforcement agency that potentially affects thousands of Las Vegas locals. The federal class action lawsuit claims marshals arrested him illegally far outside their jurisdiction, which Nevada law limits to the Fremont Street experience and real property owned, leased, or controlled by the city, like parks and city buildings.
Systemic thing that they're doing. It's not just to me.
Myers' case sparked widespread attention, prompting several other lawsuits challenging city marshals' jurisdiction, including one filed by the ACLU. What does that say?
It says a lot. It says that there's a serious accountability problem within the marshal's office.
On June 9th, 5 months after Myers was arrested, the city charged him with misdemeanor reckless driving, no proof of insurance in his rental car, and misdemeanor driving under the influence of a prescription drug.
Most likely had no effect on his driving.
Chip Siegel is Myers' defense attorney in the criminal case.
Everything that I've seen is consistent with somebody who is not in any way abusing anything, somebody who is following his doctor's orders, and somebody who is really at the end of the day of the use of his medicine.
According to the city's toxicology report, Metro's forensic lab found 18 nanograms of clonazepam, an anti-anxiety medication, in Myers' blood, which Myers told officers on the scene that he'd taken about 10 hours earlier before boarding a flight from Ohio to Las Vegas.
And it's at 18 nanograms per milliliter, which is well within the therapeutic level.
Siegel says that's based on this commonly used reference called the Wynick table, which places the amount of the drug in Derek's system not only within therapeutic levels, but at the low end. On another reference table Siegel uses, the level doesn't even register.
What do you equate this level to?
I mean, it's somewhere above Flintstone's chewables and somewhere below having taken some ibuprofen. It's just really low level.
Siegel believes the DUI charge won't hold up and maybe wouldn't have even been filed by a different law enforcement agency.
Why do you think they put this charge in there?
Oh, I think there's something much bigger that the city marshals care about. They seems like not happy with being called out on they were outside of their jurisdiction. This isn't really about a DUI.
Where and how marshals operate is also at the center of Siegel's motion to recuse the entire municipal court from hearing Myers' case, which he and the city attorney briefly discussed in court Wednesday morning during a status check on the case.
And the municipal court is protected by the city marshal's office.
In court records, Siegel points out that marshals serve as the judge's personal bailiffs, entrusted with their safety in court and, if necessary, at their homes. If the case stays in municipal court, a judge would be presiding over a case involving the very marshals and agency who protect them and who will, quite literally, take a bullet for them.
It is what we call the appearance of impropriety. The fact that if anybody in the public looks at it and says, that just doesn't smell right, does it, to have making decisions about your own staff.
The case is due back in court on July 14th to determine how it will proceed. The city attorney sent me a statement saying municipal court has fairly and impartially adjudicated criminal matters involving the Las Vegas Department of Public Safety for decades and will continue to do so. Thus, this attack on the court's neutrality is baseless. We're still waiting to see if they'll comment on the toxicology. Darcy Spears, 13 Investigates.